Hello, folks. This is Richard, and welcome to our third playthrough of Onirim. This is the third part of our campaign and the third expansion we will be taking a look at today. And right here, we've got the Dreamcatchers. So this is one of the more obtuse expansions. I mean, it's not that hard to understand, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to see it in action in order to sort of grasp the whole concept. But essentially what we're going to be doing is we have these lost dreams right here that are going to be shuffled into our main deck, and we are trying to get them to be caught inside of these dream catchers. And at the end of the game, if we've caught all 4 of these lost dreams, then we're all good. Then we win. So that's another victory condition to add on to finding all of the 8 doors in the original game. So how catching stuff in the dream catchers work is you're going to take the cards, so every time that you're going to need to shuffle cards into the limbo pile, let's say I draw like a door and a nightmare, instead of shuffling it into the main deck, it's all going to be piled onto one of these available dream catchers. So a dream catcher that doesn't already have cards on it. And they're going to stay there until a freeing is triggered, or if I discover like this tan door right here. And I can discover any amount of doors that are caught in dream catchers. If a door is caught in there, it's not like it stays in there. So that's a way that I can sort of trap nightmares and keep them in until the end of the game. However, there's a thing called overloading your dream catchers. So let's say that these dream catchers right here, they are all full with cards. And let's say I get another card that goes into the limbo pile that has to be put into a dream catcher. Oh no, all these dream catchers are filled up, so we can only have 4 filled up at a time. And if I have this card that needs to be filled into a dream catcher, what I have to do is I have to trigger an overload. So what happens is a card is removed from one of the dream catchers, doesn't matter which one, then these get shuffled back into the main deck, and then this dream catcher right here actually gets removed from the game. So then we only have 3 dream catchers that we can use, which obviously tightens things up by a lot. And if all dream catchers are removed from the game at any point, we lose, because then there's no way we can get our lost dreams. So that's how overloading works. However, to prevent an overloading, there is a thing we can do called a freeing. So whenever an action would cause us to look through the deck for a card, so like discovering a door, we can trigger a freeing, which basically means we take all the cards within a dream catcher, including the lost dreams, so they are not going to stay in, they will be filtered out, and we will shuffle all of them back into our main deck. So there are 2 ways we can trigger a freeing. We can do the thing where we look through our deck, or we can use these 2 cards right here called the failsafe cards. And how this works is I discard a failsafe card, and immediately a freeing is triggered. So it's kind of like if you've ever played Arion, it's like the fairies from Arion. You can immediately discard it to change the outcome of the situation. However, you only have 2 of them, so you have to use them wisely. So that may seem a little complicated. It's really not. However, it's like I said, it's one of those things that you're going to have to see in action in order to understand. But once you see it, you will get it right away. It's not really that hard. There are some situations in which rules clarifications might come up. However, I'll try to do my best to go with what I think was originally intended for this expansion. And then again, it's also a solo game, so as long as I try to stay consistent with the rules, I feel like I'll be fine. Okay, so we've got our main deck right here, and we're ready to shuffle it right up. Let me just get to that. Okay, so we've got our deck ready. Let's just draw up to 5 cards. Oop, that goes in limbo. And when we're starting out the game, any cards that would go into limbo do not go into the dream catchers. They just get reshuffled back into the deck. Alright, so I've got my starting hand of cards here, and immediately I can see that we can go for a blue door right here, so let's go ahead and try that. I know in the past our attempts have been thwarted to get the blue door, but I'm sure we'll get this one. And look right here, we got a lost dream, so we put that into the limbo pile, and we're going to refill our hand. Okay, and so now this lost dream is going to venture all the way over to this Dreamcatcher, and we don't actually have to reshuffle our deck, so this is one of the ways that you can sort of try and reduce the shuffling in Onirim, is play with this expansion, even though the shuffling, it really doesn't mind me. I actually kind of like shuffling. But anyway, let's get this blue door right here. Ooh, we've got a nice spread of green keys. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got our blue door right here, and I'll just put this off to the side. Alright, let's draw up to 5 cards. Oh, look at that, right here. We kind of have a setup for a green door. I know there's more reds, so I think I'm gonna prophesize to try and get my red doors right here. So we've got a nightmare, a blue key, tan door, red card, there we go, and a green card. So actually we can go for either red or green, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for, you know what, let's go for green. Since there are more reds, we have a higher chance of going for reds later. And of course we have to discard a card, which is going to be this nightmare. And I'm going to put my blue key as the second card since I want that key as well, because keys are powerful. Okay, drop to 5 cards, and we've got our sun. Alright, we've got our key. We're going to use this green key to find that green door. And then the final sun right here. Excellent. And since we had to look through our deck, we could trigger a freeing. So that's one of the ways you can trigger a freeing. However, we have a lost dream in our Dreamcatcher. I would definitely not want to do that. So now we are going to draw up to 5 cards. So we kind of have a clear route to the red door right here. However, I don't have anything that could really break up this green sun right here. So I might try to prophesize again. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, this looks like we can get probably 2 lost dreams in a row. We could chain them. I'll show you guys how that works. But let's get rid of our nightmare. And yeah, I want this this tan moon right here, so I can break up that green. So let's go for that. And whoa, what's this card? It's a lost dream. So obviously we can't add it to our hand, so we've got to put it in limbo. And then look, another lost dream. Whoa, what's going on here? So that's going to go in limbo too. Then we're going to draw up to 5 cards. That's obviously the moon. And then this is all going to go into this Dreamcatcher right here. So in terms of lost dreams, we are doing actually really good. But anyway, so let's play our moon and go for that red door right there. Oh, we got a red moon. So actually, I don't think I'll be discarding this, using this key to find the door here. Let's just use our moon over there. Alright, so we got our red door. Okay, so we're actually doing pretty good right now. Let's go ahead and consolidate our labyrinth. And then we'll draw up to 5. I'm hoping we can get something for the tan door, since I usually like to get those early. But we'll see. Oh, and we got a nightmare. I would have really loved to use this key for prophesizing. However, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So I feel like I'll just use this to discard the nightmare. And let's hope we don't get another nightmare. Okay, so we've got some blue cards right over here. Kind of feel like I want to use this to break up the red sun and go for my tans. So let's try and do that. Okay, refill. Oh, we've got a green door right here. Oh, and a nightmare. Uh-oh. Actually, you know, this hand kind of stinks. I feel like I want to get rid of it right there. So let's draw up to 5 cards. Alright, and then since this door is not going to get shuffled back into the deck, it's actually going to go to one of our Dreamcatchers over there. So now we've got 3 Dreamcatchers that are kind of full. We've got 1 free one left, so if we have another thing going to the limbo pile, we'll be good. But if we get another one after that, we are going to have to deal with an overload. So I would ideally like to try and get this red door so I can trigger a freeing right here, which thankfully we have the cards to do that. So let's go ahead and charge forth into that battle. And our final card. Alright, and so we're going to have to look through the deck for our red door card, which is right here. And when we do that, we are going to trigger a freeing, which we are going to use to take this card out of this Dreamcatcher and shuffle it right back into this deck right here. Now, I am hoping when we go to refill our hand, we don't get anything that gets put into the limbo pile, because then that would have been all for naught. But let's see. Oh, and I really don't feel comfortable discarding all these blues. This is a tough decision, because getting a green would be nice, and then discarding 3 blue suns is going to drastically limit our chances of ever getting a blue door. I don't know if I discarded any blue keys, but you know, for the sake of not having like the most versatile deck, I think we are going to go for it. So let's put all this stuff here, draw back up to 5, and we've got some stuff in our limbo pile right here, so we'll add it to the Dreamcatchers. Alright, I could prophesize, or I could use this red moon to break up and try to go for a green door, which I think I will do, so I'll add this right here, and let me consolidate the labyrinth. Okay, so we added, we're going to draw back up, and we get a nightmare. Man, I feel like I already discarded a key, so I think we'll go with discarding the top 5 cards. 5. Oh no, not looking good for our tans. Oh, that was a bad decision. However, these are going to go into the Dreamcatcher right there, but wow, discarding all those tans, I feel like I really shot myself in the foot there. I think this is going to be the turning point for the game, but we'll see. We'll try our hardest. Oh, and look at that. We got a nightmare. So I think I'll do it. I'll go for this blue key. Draw back up. Okay, so we've got a red key, so we could do some prophesizing, but let's try for our green door first already. Okay, that's not good right there. Let me just quickly discard this. You know what? I could discard the sun since I already have a green door, so let's do that. And we got a nightmare. Oh, this game is wearing me out. Alright, yeah, let's use the key for the nightmare. Draw back. This is just not one of those good games. It's just not going well. But I think we've only got 2 nightmares left in the deck, so it might be smooth sailing from here. But so yeah, so let's get rid of these cards right here and then draw back up to 5. Okay, and look at this, folks. So this card would have gone into limbo and be shuffled back into the deck. However, we are overloaded. Uh-oh, so I'll show you how overloading works. We're going to have to overload one of these Dreamcatchers right here. And for sake of putting a Tandor back in, I think we're going to overload this Dreamcatcher. So these will get shuffled back into the deck, and this Dreamcatcher is actually just going to be removed from the game. So it has gotten a little tighter. I think I will be using one of these fail-safe cards pretty soon. But let's shuffle these cards back into the main deck. And look how thin our main deck is here, folks. This is getting kind of scary. Yeah, so let's definitely use one of our fail-safes to trigger a freeing in this Dreamcatcher right here. I know it'll take this Lost Dream back into the deck. However, we have a greater chance of being able to get it later on if our deck is thinner. So let's just do that real quick. Okay, and let's see, I'm going to discard this red to see what way our deck is going to go. I mean, our hand. Yeah, and I think it's going to go green. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay, so we have more tan cards than I expected. Drawing a tan door would definitely be good right now. So let me discard this red right here. Hope we don't get a nightmare. Okay, that's good. I'm going to discard this red again. I hope we can get something green. Ah, we've got our tan door, but look, we have the key as well. So this is not going to go into limbo and into this Dreamcatcher right here. We can actually just discover it right now. So that is very, very convenient. I'm gonna put it up here, and wow, look at that. All right, so we might actually have a shot in this game, as long as we have enough blues. Okay, so we've got quite a good spread for tans here. Let me just try for a green card one more time. And we got it. Look at that. Excellent. So let's get our green door. Problem with having the consolidating deck is sometimes I can't tell which one's the main deck and which one's the consolidated one. Alright, we've got our green door. You know what? I'm actually getting a little more optimistic. I feel like the blue door is going to be the main problem right here. However, you never know. We could approach a blue key and we could nab that final blue door. It could go either way. And let's draw up to 5. And gee, I wonder, we're gonna go for our tan door right here. So please, 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 no nightmares. It is so nerve-wracking. Okay, so we got our tan door, and let's see, we've got a blue moon. Oh, we need to drop to 5 cards. Sorry. Alright. Oh, and a blue key. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to hold on to that. Unless, of course, we get a blue sun, in which we will sprint for that blue door. So I'm going to discard this green. Please, no nightmares. Oh, we got our blue door! Oh my goodness! That was such a clutch. Okay. Alright, so we got our key right here that we can discover this blue door with. Excellent, excellent. And now we don't have to worry about nightmares anymore, because we can just casually go on to that final lost dream. I think we have enough cards left in our pile. Yeah, because we won't have door cards, and this has got to be the last nightmare. It has to be. It has to be. Okay. 5. All right. So we've got these right here, and we have 2 cards left in the main deck. So let's go ahead and prophesize, or yeah, let's do a flashy move for the final move of the game. Let's prophesize here. We've got 2 cards. We have to discard 1, which, gee, I wonder, it's going to be this. And then 1 card left in our deck. And we'll drop to that. That is the lost dream right there. That's going to go into limbo. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I think we actually lost the game by that way. Because I can't draw back up to 5 cards. And limbo cards only get shuffled in after you draw back up. Oh my goodness. I am such an idiot. I am such an idiot. If I just didn't prophesize like a complete moron, I would have actually won. So that clutch was for basically nothing. Oh my goodness. I have to laugh at my own stupidity over here and eagerness to finish the game. This is one of those things about Onirim that can really get you. If you can't draw back up to 5 cards, you automatically lose. So we had this great setup right here, and I really could have won. Or could I have? Well, so let's see. So this was the last card. So I wouldn't have been able to draw up to 5 cards anyway. So by nature of this being the final card, we actually just lost by default. That's a little disappointing. But I feel like in this gameplay we got a really good overview of how the Dreamcatchers work. Okay, so disappointing game of Onirim aside, that is the Dreamcatcher expansion. It's definitely one of the more interesting expansions in that it utilizes the limbo pile much more than the other expansions do. You know, the other ones focus on the main deck and hand manipulation, where this one, you get stuff from your limbo pile actually being put into your Dreamcatchers in the top row, and I just think that's really neat. And it is extremely satisfying to catch those lost dreams inside the Dreamcatchers, especially when you do one of those chains like you saw I did before. It gets really cool. But yeah, that is the Dreamcatcher expansion. It is certainly one of my favorite expansions in the box. It's not my favorite. You'll see my favorites coming up. But yeah, it is inventive. It is kind of simple once you get past the sort of weird way that it plays. Like I said, it's not hard to play or utilize. It's just a little complicated to understand. But yeah, so that's it. So let's take a look at what our next expansion is going to be. And it's going to be the towers. Ooh! So as I mentioned, Dreamcatchers isn't my very favorite. Towers is my absolute favorite expansion. So I'm going to have a lot of fun playing that one. But I still had a lot of fun playing this one as well. Alright, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Richard, and I hope you all have a great day.